Well, 48 hours after England's demise from the World Cup, Cammy, it still feels very, very sore.
Yeah, it's flat, it's gone, it's completely gone. The biggest disappointment is we didn't play. We didn't have any tactical nous. The manager's decisions were all poor. He's got to hold his hand up, looking at the text and the reading of what he's been saying. He's not big enough to hold his hand up and say it was my fault.
The England players have just arrived home on Tuesday morning, and Fabio Capello has made it quite clear that he wants to be the manager for the next tournament, for the Euro 2012 campaign, Cammy.
I think his position becomes untenable, basically. That is the worst performance in a tournament that we've ever seen from an England team. The performance was shocking, the tactics were poor, the decisions he made were poor, he never got any cohesion out of the squad. He failed, basically, and I'm sure he's not going to walk away because, that's the honourable thing to do. I don't think he'll do that. The FA are going to have to force him out, but it'll be a hard, long way back now for him to convince people that he's the right man for the job.
Well, Capello also said, Cammy, that once he spoke to Sir Dave Richards, the chairman of the FA of Club England, he said, we spoke about the players that can play in the next qualification campaign, which is Euro 2012, and I know what I have to do. What more does he know now than he did 24, 48 hours ago?
Well, we all know, and everybody knows, and he's trying to make excuses for himself. He played 4-4-2, he played a formation that didn't suit us. He stuck with that formation, he made like-for-like substitutions, so the game and the pattern of the play never ever changed. Basically, he got found out, and the players have tried to tell him. John Terry tried to tell him. Wayne Rooney, in the way that he played, they were all trying to tell him. Joe Cole's body language off the bench, they were all trying to tell him, please put us in our positions where we want to play and make us feel comfortable. And unfortunately, the ostrich stuck his head in the sand. And that was it.
Fabio has asked for and called for a winter break in England. His quote is, I think all the English players are really tired at this competition. The coaches told me the physical condition of the players was not good.
No, it's a load of rubbish. Like he says, they trained all right. They were just in the games. Don't train them hard then. If you give them loads of time off if they're tired. Those players were ready for this competition. We know they were ready for this competition. Basically, you look at it, and it's the way, the pattern of play that they played, which there wasn't a pattern, if I'm being honest. I have to say, we were full of optimism going right up to the last game. We wanted to give Fabio the benefit of the doubt, but it never changed. If anything, it got worse instead of better.
Let's finish on a real high, because one of the real plus points to come out of this World Cup for me, Cammy, is that the way the England fans have travelled such a long distance at great expense. This is hard-working labour that people have had to put in to get their trips out to South Africa, and they've been immense for the country, these England fans.
Without a shadow of a doubt, wonderful support all the way along. Every stadium we've been to, every city we've been to, they've taken it over completely. The best atmosphere, you'd have to say, was the Slovenia game, without a shadow of a doubt. That was wonderful. Basically blew, the lid off Port Elizabeth, basically, and got us through. It wasn't so great, I'd have to say, in the final game. In terms of Vuvuzela noise was louder than the singing, but the players had that wonderful support all the way through. They can't complain about anything.
If it was down to the fans, England will be World Cup winners. Sadly, the Three Lions have gone home with their tails between their legs. Cammy, a fantastic journey.
It's been great, it's been fantastic. That's the one thing I like to say. We'd love to still be here. We'd love to be playing Argentina on Saturday. It feels like the end of the world for us. It must feel that way for some of the England players. But the one man who seems to be protected from it all is Fabio Capello. Now that's not right.
Hey, we've enjoyed your company. Keep it right here.